What's up YouTube, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the all-new International Space Station National Lab collaboration with Adidas on the Ultraboost 20 in the black colorway. The Ultraboost 20 marks the latest version of the Ultraboost to release, following the dramatically revamped Ultraboost 19. This pair is part of a greater collection between Adidas and ISS National Lab, which includes a handful of different colorways, but my personal favorite, this black pair. So a big shout out goes out to Foot Locker Canada and Adidas Canada for sending me over this pair. These guys retail for a price of $180 US or 250 Canadian dollars, and the official colorway for this shoe is Core Black and Boost Blue Violet Metallic. So to put it bluntly, the Ultraboost 19, while it was an improvement from a performance standpoint, from a casual and lifestyle wear perspective, it pretty much fell flat on its face. To be completely honest with you guys though, the Ultraboost 20, while very similar, I find that the small tweaks that they've made to it already make it infinitely nicer looking than the 19s. So diving straight in, the upper of this shoe for the most part is still constructed out of Adidas Prime Knit. This Prime Knit is still very stretchy, it's still very breathable, and as you can see on the toe box, we have these larger holes throughout which ensure there's appropriate ventilation. Comparing the knit on the 20s to the 19s, the 20s are a bit more rigid, whereas the 19s didn't have as snug of a fit. In many ways, you can kind of compare it to the Ultraboost 3.0, for example, where the knit was much more flexible. Compare that to the Ultraboost 1.0, which in that case would be the equivalent of this guy, where the knit had much more of a snug and restricting feel on foot. Surrounding the outer edges of this toe box, we have tailored fiber placement, which are these thicker strands, which really help to contain and lock down your foot in place. The tongue on this pair is also constructed out of Prime Knit, so it is also very flexible. And at the very top, we have these special triangular patches, which have the ISS National Lab and Adidas Boost in Space branding on both pairs. On top of the tongue, we have your standard black colored flat Ultraboost laces, and these weave through an all-new redesigned midfoot cage. So this cage is much sturdier and much more substantial compared to the 19s, and visually speaking, it just looks much better. So for this pair, it's entirely done in black, and we have the Adidas 3 stripes in a shiny finish fused on top. Moving towards the back end of the shoe, so instead of a Prime Knit heel, in this case the heel is done in this padded neoprene. This gives the back end of the shoe much more of a substantial and lockdown feel, and while the front portion of the shoe still has that very sock-like fit, the back heel in contrast feels much more like a traditional sneaker. Hugging the neoprene heel, we have this black TPU heel cup, which is done very similarly to the 19s. And then right in the center, we have this hit of orange, which is, in my opinion, a much needed splash of color. Pulling up the insoles, so the top layer of the insole have custom Adidas and ISS National Lab branding, and you'll notice that both the left foot and the right foot are different. Flipping the insoles over to the other side, you can see that these insoles are actually quite padded, and they incorporate a new design pattern as well. So the upper of these Ultraboost 20s sits atop this super chunky Boost midsole. This is definitely my favorite part about this shoe because as you guys can see, it's done in this iridescent finish. Depending on the angle and the light that you're looking at it in, it changes from a light purple to a deep blue, and it really exudes that whole space theme. This Boost midsole is chunkier than the Ultraboost 1 to 4.0 and is pretty much identical to the Boost of the 19. If you look at the angle of the back heel, you'll see that the medial side of the midsole is much thicker than the lateral side, and I suspect that this is to help with those that pronate. Turning these shoes over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole. So this is done in this black Continental rubber, and in the middle we have this piece of plastic which adds torsional rigidity and support along the midfoot. From a sizing standpoint, my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I got these sent in a size 10. Overall, the Ultraboost 20 does fit true to size, but comparing it to the 19, as I mentioned earlier, the upper is a bit more snug. So for those of you guys who have really wide feet, or if you just prefer more of a looser fit, then you could probably go up a half size, but otherwise, true to size 10 for me was perfect. For comparison's sake, I'm a 10.5 in the 1.0 and 2.0, I'm a size 10 in the 3.0 and 4.0, and I'm also a size 10 in the Ultraboost 19. From a comfort standpoint, so while the Ultraboost 19 was probably one of the more comfortable Ultraboosts I've ever felt, these guys in my opinion are actually very comparable. If you don't mind the feeling of the snug Prime Knit upper, then the comfort of the Boost midsole is pretty much the same. So with that said, when I was wearing these, they felt very nice on foot. We all pretty much know how Boost feels, so you're gonna have that very cloud-like and soft cushioning underneath your feet. So now with all that out of the way, now I'll lace these up and I'll show you guys how the Ultraboost 20 looks on feet. While the Ultraboost hype has definitely died down, you really can't deny that it's still one of the most comfortable sneakers on the market. With that said, debuting this new model with this incredible collab with ISS National Lab was definitely a smart choice in my opinion, and I was really feeling both this pair and the white and iridescent pair as well. This collab definitely has me hopeful for what's in store next for Adidas and the Ultraboost 20, and hopefully there's some dope releases to come in 2020. So let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about the Adidas Ultraboost 20 in this collaboration with ISS National Lab. Are you guys feeling the look of this shoe, the iridescent boost, or are you entirely done with the Ultraboost model? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at sgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. Before I end this video, a final shout out goes out to Foot Locker Canada for sending me over this pair. So if you guys are watching from Canada, check out your local Foot Locker or footlocker.ca to grab a pair for yourself. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.